Hey everybody, I'm Mike. Today I'm going to show you how to create a Google map. Let's get started. Now the reason why building a Google map is so important is because you're trying to build relevance back to your location page. By having driving directions point back to your physical address shows Google that you are now the authority in that area. Okay, so once you're into Google Maps, guys, what you're going to do is you're just going to hit this button here and you're going to drag it down to your places, click on your places. It's going to bring you to this tab here. Now what you're going to want to do is you see labeled, saved, visited, and maps. You're just going to click on the maps, scroll all the way down, and just create a new map. All right. But just to save some time, what I did was I just already did that, which is right here. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to notice this box says Untitled Map. Okay. You're just going to type in the name of your business. So for me, what I did was I'm going to use a map for referencing, and this is what I'm going to use to build out the one that I'm going to show you how to structure. Okay. So I'm going to take our first business name, and I'm going to just put it into the map section here. All right, so that's your business name. In the description box here below, you just take a brief description of your location, which is here, your telephone number, your website URL, and the link back to your Google Maps. All right, a brief description of your company, and make sure you have the services page. All right, these are going to be all your keywords right here. So I'm just going to take all of this, copy and paste it into the description box, and hit save on that. All right, so you have all of this information here. You can click more, and that's going to bring up everything that you just did. All right. Next step you're going to do is you're just going to want to pinpoint your location on the map. So I'm going to hit add a marker, and then I'm just going to type in a random address. All right, and this is going to be the location, the physical address of your business. All right, so we see this here, right? So all you're going to do is just hit add to map. And we're just going to edit this here to our business name. And the description that we have. Same thing. All right. And that's going to be your location with the description and your location. We're going to hit save. And we're also going to title this layer the name of our business as well. Hit save. All right. Now that you first have your first layer here, which is going to be your business name, and you're going to just enter in the description below. We're going to add a second layer, and we're actually going to use one of our first keywords that we have over here. So this first one is best moving company in Hacienda Heights. I'm going to take this, and this is what I'm going to name the layer. Hit save. All right. Once you do that, you're going to start importing, right? So you're going to add another layer, and this is where we're going to create the radius for your map. So I have it pulled up here already. What you need to do is you need to go to a website called Kml Circle Generator. You just type that into Google, you'll definitely find it. And it's going to go through, right? So you can have this drop down box here. You want to do a 5 mile, a 10 mile, and a 20 mile radius. And you can just choose that along there. It's going to start off with you know, km, but you want to just convert it over to miles as well. So after that, you're just going to have to take your longitude and your latitude, and you're just going to type it into these boxes here. Choose your color, and you're going to hit generate circle. All right. So once that circle generates, you can save it to your computer. This video. And now I'm just going to import it. All right. There we are. So this is the first circle I generated. It's the 5 mile radius. So I'm just going to click that, open the file. And here we go. We just have our first circle generated. All right. You're going to do the same thing 2 other times with the circles 10 mile and 20 mile radius. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Just make sure you add another layer when you do it. Click import. Select the file. Second circle, open the file. And just one more time, same thing, add a layer. Import that layer. This is going to be your 20 mile radius. Cool. So once all of your circles are generated, you're going to want to combine them into this top layer here, which is the best moving company in Hacienda Heights. So I'm just going to take this circle and just move it up to the top. All right. 1. That's the 5 mile. Second circle all the way up. Mile and 20. Perfect. So once you have all of your 3 circles that you generated under this layer, you can go ahead and delete the previous ones you used to make them, because we don't need them anymore. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So now you have your circles generated. Next step is you're going to rename your circle. So you're just going to style it. All right. So hit edit. And this is our 5 mile radius. So we're just going to hit 5 mile radius. All right. We're going to take this here. Get rid of that. And this is where you're going to put your description. So I'm just going to take this description, copy and paste it. There we go, just like that. Go ahead and hit save. Same thing to the other 2 circles. Go ahead and grab that description again. Same thing, put it in that box, hit save. And the last one here. Get rid of this. Same thing, add your description. Beautiful. All right. So now that you have your circles generated and it's under this layer, you can just go ahead and hit individual styles, and then we're just going to style by name, just like that. All right. So your next, the next thing you're going to want to do is just add another layer. After that one's complete, add a layer, and we are going to title this layer all right. So now this layer, what you're going to do is, this is where you're going to put your pins. You're going to open your data table and you're going to enter in all of your information. All right. And you're just going to add your pins. So when you do your pins on a layer, typically what I do is I add 30 pins per layer times as many keywords. So for instance, if I have 5 keywords, I should have about 150 total pins throughout this here. All right, and you're going to do it by each layer. So the 5-mile radius is going to have 10 pins, the 10-mile radius is going to have 10 pins, and your 20-mile radius is also going to have 10 pins. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do that for you, just to show you what it looks like, or what it should look like. And we're just going to place our pins a little sporadically throughout, because you want to mix them up a little bit. So I usually just go 12 o'clock, that's going to be your point 1, okay? But we're not going to do anything with that yet. We're just going to go back and hit markers, and we're just going to fill up our layers. If you can, try to stay away from the ocean. Just keep it on kind of the mainland, you know, that way you can pick up on the maps or pick up on the pins. So yeah, just make sure you hit in the outer layers. 2, 3. And I'm just kind of flowing through this just for the video purposes. But you can go back and make it look uniform if you like. Okay, so as of right now I have 10 points, right? But the goal is to just make sure that you fill out 10 pins per radius. So once you have the total amount of pins that you'd like, you're going to come up over here into Hacienda Movers, and you're going to hit Layer Options and open up the data table. All right, and these are the 10 pins that we just placed on that first 5-mile radius. We're just going to click that and get rid of that, and we're going to use the first keyword that we saw, which is going to be best moving company in Hacienda Heights right here. All right. Take that, and that's going to be where you place this. You're going to do the same thing for each and every single keyword, just all the way down. Just keep going. All right, so once you have this completed and you have all your pins under that keyword, you're going to have to go over to your description box, and that's just going to be the description that you keep placing everywhere else, which is going to be right here. All right. And you're just going to add that to your description. So you have your description and you have your keyword aligned with the 10 pins. So we can go ahead and X out of this. All right, but you just, like I said, you want to keep going for all your keywords and just do that same thing. Once you hit that, you can actually just move this to individual styles and just name by style by name again, and that's going to put everything in a nice segment here. All right. As you can see, this one kind of left on the corner. That's not a big deal. You just have to go in and just redo that one. All right. So after you have all your pins set up, your next direction, all you're going to have to do is just hit add directions. All right. And the best thing that you should do when you're grabbing directions from different places is just look for places like universities, airports, anything that, you know, Google already knows is there. All right. So I see the University of South Florida over here. Actually, just going to click that. Take the address. Copy and paste that address. All right. And then you're just going to point that address back to your location. So you can just click on that right there. Boom. And now Mossianer Heights has a direction to the University of South Florida. All right. And that is how you create a map. And once you're all finished with all your pins and your driving directions, this is how your map will look. Okay? And it has all of the information on the side here. There's your pins, your driving directions, and if you click on a certain pin, that's what you'll notice. Alright guys, well that's a bit for the Google Maps. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me what you thought, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.